Welcome back to TVC News. From chanting Dixieland Delight to walking out of the stadium in silence, there's a lot to cover from sports this week. We're joined now by our Bella Fricks. Bella, what did we miss?
Thanks, Alexa. It's been a roller coaster of a week for the Vols, with very valuable wins followed by some major losses. Last Saturday, the Vols faced up against Alabama in a nail-biting top 10 matchup. The game featured a standout performance from Chaz Lanier and Zakai Ziegler, but it was the buzzer beater from Jemai Mashak that shut the game 79-76. A win like this would likely have secured the 1 seed for the Vols going into the tournament, but on Wednesday night, Tennessee lost to Ole Miss 78-76. There's still a chance, though, for the Vols with their last home game this Saturday at 2 p.m. and the men's SEC tournament next week. As for the Lady Vols, it's been a very similar roller coaster. Going into the SEC tournament, the status on Cooper's ankle injury was questionable, but she bounced back in the nick of time. The Lady Vols demolished Texas A&M 77-37, setting them apart from their competition, but it wasn't enough going into yesterday's game against the Vanderbilt Commodores. Tennessee's loss against Vandy was 84-76, and it was the first time in program history that the Lady Vols have lost to the Commodores twice in one season. Over now onto the Diamond Sports. The base Vols have been playing steady, now 13-0. Major ranked wins over Oklahoma State and Arizona have made a case for the Vols to take up the #1 spot on the AP poll. Tennessee hosts a weekend series against St. Bonaventure, which they'll hopefully add to their win streak. Much further along into the season, the 19-3 Lady Vols softball team are taking on a whole other challenge. This weekend, the Lady Vols head to Athens for their first series of SEC play. Tennessee's kept up a 7-game winning streak since playing #6 ranked UCLA, and they're hoping to keep up going against another ranked opponent like Georgia, who sits at 14. While they may not be a part of the athletic department, the Vol hockey team is one of the most successful teams on campus. Our Jackson Shock sat down with head coach Drew King about how they are staying frosty heading into the national tournament.
Just finished your final practice of the year. Just how are you feeling right now?
Really excited. You know, Nationals is coming up on Wednesday, so we're really pumped and looking forward to the opportunity to go win another trophy.
How would you describe this team?
This team, very fast, not as physical as in past years. The team just loves playing hockey, though. They love coming to the rink and they love showing up and wearing UT orange and battling every night to get a win.
How has this team changed from last season to this season in every aspect?
So every year we get a ton of freshmen. We have at least 9-10 freshmen on the team every year, so it changes drastically, especially with the young personalities coming in. I think this year we had a ton of personality come into the group, and it was great injection of youth and energy, and it really worked in our favor because we've only lost 4 games this year. So
now you've been to Nationals both as a player and as a coach. What have you learned from both opportunities that you plan on taking into this week at Nationals?
Yeah, as a player, it was our first year at Nationals in a long, long time, since 2008, I think. And we were just kind of shell-shocked and there to be there. We weren't there to win it, really. We wanted to in pool play and kind of fizzled out. And last season, you know, great run. We had the chance to win it there. It was a lot of experience, though. Playing 5 games in 5 days, which is what we're going to have to do to win the national championship this year. We're going to take that experience and use it to this upcoming year.
What's the biggest lesson you learned from last year that you plan on using this year?
I'm kind of just so focused on this year's group, but I mean, last year's group was not as youthful, not as energetic, but they were more hard-nosed. And I think we have a lot more youthful scoring this year, and I think that's going to be a really big difference. I think the freshmen are going to step up and have a really good week.
5 years as a captain here for this team before becoming head coach. What transfers over from being a captain now to being a head coach?
Yeah, it's probably one of the toughest transitions that I've had to go through, to be honest. You know, going from a player who is a leader and there every day to work with the boys to becoming a mentor and a coach with your buddies, it was not an easy task, I'll say that. I think the guys helped me out more than I helped myself out. They helped me mold myself into the role and gave me a lot of wiggle room. And that really helped me learn the ropes, and I think we've got a good thing going this year.
Last question. What excites you most about this team and the fact that you guys are going to Jacksonville?
I mean, this team is just exciting to watch. I mean, we're 24-1 this year. It's one of the most incredible seasons Tennessee hockey has ever had. I know that Tennessee athletics is on the rise this year with basketball and football. And I mean, hockey's still here, man. We're at the Knoxville Coliseum. I know the season's over for this year with the exception of Nationals, but we're on the rise and we're coming. It's going to be a fun ride for the next few years here.
Well, thank you so much, Coach. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Jack.
Stay tuned at Tennessee Hockey on Instagram for results from this weekend. We wish them the best of luck. That's all for sports this week.